Welcome back to News Plus. I'm Mark Segraves, and now we're joined by Ellen Alexa. She is a Center Director for Language Stars. This is an organization that teaches foreign language to young children. Thanks for joining us. Let me ask you the first question. How young?
Sure.
How young do you start teaching?
Too young is, or you're never young enough to start learning a foreign language. And Language Stars, we start them as young as 12 months.
12 months?
Yes.
Goo goo gaga. I mean, what do they know at 12 months? I mean, so we're obviously not, are people actually bringing infants into your center?
They are, yes.
Is this just a way to get around daycare, or they really are?
They really are starting to learn their second or third or fourth language here at Language Stars at the young age of 12 months. They're starting to absorb and repeat these foreign languages. Think about the way that you started to learn your native language. You were speaking, you know, at maybe age 12 months, but that was because your parents were speaking to you and you were repeating what they were saying. It's the same exact concept.
And so, you know, I remember 40 years ago going through Spanish and how we learned our name, and then we learned phrases, and it was very repetitive. And I'm guessing things have changed.
They have, indeed. We do it through a full immersion environment. There's a constant stream of language going on in the classroom. We've developed our own curriculum over 15 years that's full of games, activities, treasure hunts, songs, all sorts of really fun and engaging things for kids. And then we'll bring in native speaking teachers from over 20 different countries who will come in and teach our programs, and they'll do it in a completely immersive environment. They're never going to break into English in the classroom.
So now, are you doing this in schools, or you offer this as at a center where I would bring my kid after school or on weekends?
We do have centers throughout the DC metro area as well as Chicagoland, but we also provide these programs in schools. And a strictly Language Stars curriculum, we'll bring in our own teachers and our own curriculum to come in and teach these programs, or you can come to one of our many centers throughout the DC metro or Chicagoland area.
You know, I know, again, dating myself, but you know, Spanish was the, you know, I think everybody went to Spanish.
Yeah.
Now I know from having school-age kids that, as you know, the list of languages that they're able to choose from is enormous. What are you finding is the most popular language?
Spanish still is the most popular language. However, Mandarin is the fastest growing. We also teach French, German, and in Chicago we also teach Italian, and they're all growing very, very quickly. I would definitely say that Spanish is still the most popular. However, we are seeing a shift towards the Mandarin.
And so you're 12 months old, but how does this work? I mean, are kids proficient by the time now that they're getting to middle school?
They're going to, it depends really on how often a child is exposed to this foreign language. If they get in during the window of opportunity, so from birth to age 10 years, they have this unique ability, they're just hardwired to start, you know, learning a second or third language. And so the more exposure that they get to it, the more quickly they're going to progress, and they're going to start speaking it spontaneously.
So is it easier to teach a child before the age of 10?
It is.
It is?
Yes.
So do traditional schools have it kind of backwards? Because I know that, you know, I've got a middle school and a high schooler, and, you know, they were not required until high school to actually take a foreign language. It was offered in middle school, but you know, my youngest is going into 6th grade, and this will be the first time he's offered a language.
Right, and like I was saying before,
so the ship has sailed. It's too late.
It is never too late to start learning a second or third language. You always can. However, if you get in there during that window of opportunity before, you know, 10 or 11 years of age, you're going to be able to start mimicking a native accent flawlessly. You're going to retain all the information that you're learning, and you're going to start speaking it as if it's one of your native tongues.
What about adults?
They can definitely
You just said it's never too late.
It is never too late.
and so, do you offer classes for adults?
We offer up till age 10 years because we do focus on that window of opportunity, really getting in there while they're able to start developing it naturally.
And so what grades then in schools? You're in some DC public schools?
We are in some DC public and private schools, yes.
And so what grades are you in?
It's the same concept. We'll focus maybe until they're 10 or 11 years and still engaging in that window of opportunity.
And how are kids at that age receiving it? Are they?
They're having so much fun. They're playing games. They're doing, you know, word searches. They're doing activities and treasure hunts. They're singing songs. They're going home and they're singing these songs to their parents. You know, they're playing with their toys and they're singing that. They're having a great time in the classroom. They don't even realize that they're, you know, speaking in Mandarin. They're just know that they're having fun.
And are they learning to write as well as to speak?
We're not going to focus on the writing component until they're a little bit older because we want to focus on really retaining the knowledge of the foreign language in the manner of speaking and listening and being and comprehending.
And so let me ask you about boy versus girl. That was always the thing. Do you find one sex is
We do not.
You
no,
don't?
it's completely different for every child. It's different depending on how much exposure they get outside of the classroom, how often they come to Language Stars, and if they have a background in it.
And then what about students who English is not their first language?
We do have a lot of students who English is not their first language, and that actually sometimes makes it a little bit easier. If you've already started learning a second language, then learning a third or a fourth is going to come more naturally. You're just hardwired to start learning them. And so we'll have some families who, come from China, and their idea is to get their child exposed to Spanish as well. So their children are coming in speaking Mandarin and English, and they want to start learning Spanish. Or maybe they don't even speak English and they want to learn Mandarin and Spanish.
Well, tell people how they can find out more about Language Stars.
Visit us at www.languagestars.com. Give us a call. Come in for a free trial class sometime soon. We'd love to get you in.
And let me just ask my last question about this. When these kids are learning at such a young age, do you find the retention is as it might be expected at an older age?
The wealth of knowledge that they're learning, while they're young and in this, unique window, they're going to be able to retain it when they're older, even if they stop learning for just a little bit, or they stop being exposed to the foreign language for a little bit. They're going to be able to retain that knowledge once they start learning it again, and they're going to build upon that native accent that they built up when they were younger. They're going to be able to retain all of the, the fluid language that they learned.
Well, Ellen, we appreciate you coming in and telling us all about Language Stars.
Thank you so much.
More News Plus right after this.